We are live. It is another episode of the Blathering Live. I'm Ken Napzok. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love those that hang out with me live. I love those that watch me later, you dirty, cheeky monkeys. And I just appreciate you all. I really do. Laserbolt's here. Paige Turner's. They were not. That's Brenda Moore. Addie's here, kind of. She says she's out to dinner. We'll have to watch later. Okay. It's okay. But Addie, you concentrate on dinner unless you want to bring up your phone and just put the show on your phone and just set it up and then just make everyone in the restaurant watch. This is probably not the greatest episode to make them watch. Silly Saturdays. Major Problems is there. Svetnik's here. Nice says, nice to Terry Subway from the Ken Burns doc. The doc hasn't started yet, Svetnik. Starts tomorrow, November 16th to the 21st, 6-part documentary series. Maybe tonight, I have nothing really planned tonight other than I do have a round of I Know This ready to go. If anyone wants to compete, this is your time. We don't have no prizes yet. Tully's here. Svetnik says this Edmund stands. I mean, to be fair, Ethan, you're not wrong because I did most of the morning watch and listen to, I was playing some football and having some breakfast. I was listening to Ken Burns' interviews. So there you go. David McKay says, do I got any balls tonight? No. Do I ever? I don't know what I'm going to do with Bubba. It's silly Saturdays. We try to avoid, heavy politics. Heavy religion, heavy sports. I don't know. Tonight, it's silly. It's silly. But you guys call in tonight and you make the show even more silly. I do have another adult eggnog, which I don't do much. I love eggnog. It's a great seasonal drink. I have it for about 6 weeks. Next week, I'll probably pick up a carton of eggnog, and that'll last till like the day after Christmas. And I'll sneak one in maybe New Year's Day, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this till next year. But I did not grow up knowing that eggnog, in many people's minds, is mostly an alcoholic beverage. I just thought it was the weird-tasting Christmas drink that I love every year. Next week, next Saturday I'm gone. We'll figure something out. But maybe Thanksgiving weekend, I'll be here because I don't take holidays off. Okay, kids, I ain't no loser. All right? We work on holidays. Hustle culture gets you where you need to go. I'm going to have a show that weekend, and I think maybe we'll do a frothy pepper nog. Maybe I can get Matt Key to live stream in. It'll be good. I can't do any buzzballs tonight because I actually, very last minute, got booked on a show. I'm hosting a show at Flappers tonight, so I have to kind of leave right after this. So this might be one of those 58-minute shows. That's what we got. But I want you all to call in. Please call in. You know how to do it. If you are here watching live, you probably have already called into the show a lot of times, which I want to stress is amazing. I was thinking today, the dedicated few that hang out with me are the true heroes. I'm just an idiot in a beanie who today played in the rain. But you are YouTube channel members, you're Patreon supporters, and I want you to call in tonight. It's not quite an ask me anything mood, but maybe just ask me and ask me and see. I love the rain. Big rainy day here in LA. You can tell because anyone that you know that lives in LA, including me, is posting rain content. All right. This is our time to shine. We get the weather for about 2 weeks. Last week it was 91 degrees. No, not even last week. This is Saturday, right? Yeah, earlier in the week. What am I saying? Like Tuesday, it was 91 degrees. But it is pouring rain. It has not stopped since last night. I had 4 raccoons trying to find shelter, trying to find purchase and shelter in my property. So I had to scare them away last night. It's been a thing. Tully asks, is Anytime still under siege by YouTube? Were we under siege? No, Alden's traveling this week. And we might, I think we'll be back next week, and then we might be off again for a bit. I might take a little Anytime hiatus through December. We'll see. Also, do want to shout out. I am starting my. I call it a little gig here. Hopefully, we keep it going here. I'm really excited to join Pat Conkey on Culture, Faith, and Politics, which is Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific. He's going to go live. I'll be his producer, Steve, essentially. It's kind of fun. I'll be helping to produce his new live show. Love what Pat does over on that channel. As I've said before, he's retired evangelical pastor. He wrote a book called The Christian Case Against Donald Trump. Really love what he does, but he also wants to kind of expand what he does, which is tough to do on YouTube because YouTube's like, you're in a box. So that's going to be where a lot of my energy is starting this Tuesday. If that fits your interest, swing on by. I understand if it doesn't. Mandalorian Jay says, I have company. I'm going to watch the movie tomorrow. Sorry. That's for producer Steve and the Blathering Gaming channel. By the way, are you subscribed to the Blathering Gaming channel? Are you watching me a little bit later? Are you listening later? Go over, subscribe there. Got calls lined up here. We'll get to those. A doc about what? What are you talking about, Laser Bolt? I'm behind. I love the rain. Does anyone? So I got blathered. I blathered myself. I went out and shot a video in the rain. I went out and fed squirrels and blue jays in the rain. I went out looking for a kitty in the rain that was here Thursday night. I'm kind of traumatized. My nightmare with all these animals that are in and out my house is that like newborns that can't fend for themselves are here, and then I'm going to have to start taking care of them, and it's going to be a thing. But there was a kitty. It's the kitty and the mom seem to be gone. So I'm just in my world. They're at a happier, warmer, drier place, not my flooded backyard. Raccoons. But I just love the rain. Does anyone out there? Can we break this down and try to figure out why? All my life, it starts raining. I want to go outside. Sunniest day of the year, beautiful spring day. I'm inside. I enjoy a walk or whatever, but rainy day. I went for a walk today. My friend Owen and I, we met up. We went for a walk in the rain. I got some hot chocolate at a donut stand, and we walked in the rain in Burbank. I got to go out tonight. I don't own an umbrella. Love the rain. Love the rain. Now, granted, it doesn't happen all the time here. Maybe if I lived next to David Mackay, and maybe if I lived in Seattle, maybe I get tired of the rain. I just absolutely love it. Eli hates it. Eli says, God, I hate Los Angeles rain. Maddie Gunner says, rain is every damn day for me. Yeah, that might be the problem. You guys probably want a nice sunny day. Maddie Gunner wants to move to Burbank so he can experience 91 degrees in November. And that's not a problem, but I open up. Tully, I think Tully's right. Rain is the introvert's paradise. And though I'm a cross between an introvert and an extrovert, the rain brings out the introvert side. I don't know. Hey, Brady says because it's rare. All right. Let's take a call. Evan Osborne is Lomax is here. We know him has major problems. Also called into Force yesterday with a great call. Evan, how you doing, buddy? Evan.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Hey, Ken, I'm here. I am here and unmuted.
Sorry, I made it sound like you were late for a meeting. Evan, get in here. Rad says in the comments, plot twist, you're secretly British. I've had a lot of people tell me that, and I have a friend of mine moving to London, and I'm like, oh, I'm listening. Anyways, Evan, what's on your mind? Make it silly, make it weird, make it crazy. What do you got?
Well, let's get silly, but first of all, I want to say, hey, be nice to my friend. Talking about Ken Napzok. We love talking to you. We love joining you. No self-deprecating during Silly Saturdays.
Oh, Silly Saturdays is a non-self-loathing zone?
Yeah, you got to be nice to my friend.
I appreciate this, Evan, because I had a complete breakdown Thursday morning. I had to take Franny to the vet. Nothing emergency-wise. It was scheduled. And then, they were like, it's going to cost this much. And I went, I'm going to drive off a cliff. And I treated myself really bad. And so, Evan, I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you, Ken. And like I told you before, but I pinch myself every time I get to come on one of your shows and talk to you for a little bit.
Well, that's just kinky, and I love it. But I appreciate you, Ben. You know what? We all need to be accountable to each other when we treat ourselves too bad.
Yeah, 100%.
What's on your mind? What is your silly, strange, weird question today?
Silly, strange, weird question is I'm thinking back on all the shows you've done through the past, the Napzok's Files, Hot Sizzler Nights, everything.
Oh, yeah.
If you could bring something back and do it, maybe put a new twist on it, or just maybe continue something, make it fresh again, what would it
Mhm.
be?
I've been thinking about doing some interviews again, but that's kind of boring. I every once in a while we bring out the Blathering conversations, and they're fun here. The interviews are great, but I'm just like that's everyone does that. There's here. There's a news story. My friend James sent me an Instagram story. Sizzler's trying to make a comeback. And I was like, if Sizzler comes back in a major way, Hot Sizzler nights will return. I don't know what fashion. It was always audio only. Can I take cameras to Sizzler? Maybe I can get a sponsorship deal. Could you imagine being a Sizzler influencer? A Sizzfluencer? Like, I think that's what I would do, Evan. I would push hard to make that a reality.
I think you'd be one of one, Ken. I think you would be one of one in that space.
You think I'd be the? I think yeah, because there's a lot of people who do love 7-Elevens. There was actually someone I know who I don't love in the space I used to work with at Collider, but he was going to do he wanted to do a doc on 7-Eleven, and I was like, I'm in. Let me help you with that. But now I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. But so I think 7-Eleven is crowded. But you're right. Maybe Sizzler. Maybe it's my time to shine if they come back.
Definitely. And hey, if that does happen, maybe we could do a three things at Sizzler, the three things you get at
Oh, okay.
Sizzler.
What now? Let me ask you this question. And Laserbolt is right. I forgot again to bring a napkin in here, and I forgot that with my frothy beard, this eggnog's getting all over my mustache. It's pretty disgusting. Evan is a long time booster of my silly content. What would you want me to bring back?
I mean, I would love an afternoons reunion. I know we've done one or two in the past,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love I guess the Saturday night Napzok with
Oh
the
yeah.
skits and the characters
Yeah.
and Dutch Allen. Love me some Dutch.
I think in a perfect world that would be the show I'm still doing. That if I'd
Sure.
found a way to market it better, found a way to fix my workflow issue, and that it didn't kill me, that every Saturday was just that, to the point where I was missing out on life a little bit, I think I would. That was my favorite, because that was what I created when I was 14. I did that show when I was 14 in my room alone with a boombox. And so to do it here and have people listen and love it, though it did cost me some fans, Evan. I lost a lot of listeners during that time period. I don't know if it was me or the politics. I don't know. Or both.
It definitely wasn't you, but maybe we could get a mysteries and the unexplained about maybe a certain island, maybe where maybe certain political officials have been to.
Maybe. Bring back that George Norrie conspiracy show. Yeah, thank you, Tully. Mysteries of the Unexplained, Nolan Guthrie. I have t-shirts. So I made t-shirts. Yeah, if I was doing SNN right now, me as the host, that amped up dumb version of me would have absolutely been in the emails. We would have had some fun with that. It would have been wonderful. But soon, maybe one day.
For sure, Ken.
There you go. All right, Evan. I appreciate you, man. What are you guys
Ken,
watching in the
thank you.
background? What are you guys watching in the background?
My son is watching Blippi. If you're probably not familiar with Blippi, he's a
The
silly
fuck is
YouTube.
Blippi?
He's a silly YouTube personality. But he's at a music museum right now, and my son is loving
Okay.
that.
Is it? But are you like, yeah, this is okay, or is it one of those things? I had a friend who was showing me what his 8-year-old son is into, and he's like, this is horrendous, and it plays in my house all day on YouTube, and I want to jump out the window. But are you okay with Blippi?
Blippi's not my favorite. He goes all over the place. He's been to several firehouses, and his technique in most firefighting pursuits is atrocious, and it hurts to watch.
You're,
But my
you're
son
like,
loves
no,
it.
you're like, no, 6 feet in front and on the ground. Sweeping motions.
It's tough to watch, but when you're 2 years old, you don't know the difference.
I got to look this up. Osvetnik says Blippi is the devil. Oh, I'm so curious.
PPI.
Oh my gosh, I gotta figure this out. You know what, Evan, you're making me think here about the little sacrifices parents have to make for the betterment of their children, the enjoyment of their children, and I'm looking back and I'm wondering, like, what were those things for my parents? Like what did I didn't have a YouTube iPad in front of me, but like, oh my God, he's playing G.I. Joe toys again. Like, I don't know what it was. I'd like to. I'm going to ask him when I go up for Thanksgiving. But you're doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to report back on that.
Yeah, let me know. You're doing good.
All
You're a
right.
great parent. You're a great parent. Evan, thank you for calling in, buddy.
Thank you, Ken.
All right. I, I gotta look. I just need to see what Blippi looks like. Can I just see? I'm fascinated with this. Later in the show, I have another round of oh my God. No. So much orange. No. No, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Let me do this here. Let me share this fun and then go ahead. Look, oh my God. There's so many primary colors, just so many things just launched at my face in the glass. I mean, God, whoever wait, is this a YouTuber or is this an actor cast in the role? Stephen John? If it's an actor cast in the role, God bless him. I hope he rides the Blippi train and to the end of his days and retires. He's apparently about 37. I got no Svennick says he's so fucking obnoxious. I don't know what this is. This is what Silly Saturdays is for, is teaching me about Blippi. What is the aim, Ethan? What is the aim in chat? Answer me here. What is he educational? Is it okay? Blippi learns shapes and colors. That seems somewhat educational. I am immediately fascinated with this. I don't know what to do with that. That is impressive. It's a long story, says Ethan. Okay. All right, I'm gonna figure that out. We're gonna take a call here from Brennan Mystical Mar. All right, I'm gonna see if Brennan knows who Blippi is. There has been more than one Blippi. Is it a Blippi conspiracy, or is it just it's like a role it's like James Bond. Blippi is James Bond. That's fantastic. On the show right now is Brennan Mystical Mar. Brennan, the world needs to know, how many Blippi videos have you watched?
Never heard of him.
You've never heard of Blippi. Are you gonna watch Blippi after this?
No, absolutely not.
Well, hold on. Why? Is it because Ethan called him obnoxious, or do you already know shapes and colors?
Because we already had Clippy, to quote our friend in the chat.
Oh, Narcolepsy says, but Clippy was teaching you how to write letters.
I never used Clippy. I didn't like him.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't use Clippy much either. My friend Hayes had a great Clippy joke back in the day that I loved. Okay. All right. Laserbolt says one Blippi was not enough for demand. We need more Blippies. All right. Fair enough. I learned something new today. Something new. All right.
Well, I'm
Brennan.
very excited about this new show that you're going to be on.
Say again, sorry, I cut you off. What's that?
The podcast that you're going to be on Tuesdays.
Culture, Faith, and Politics with
I'm
Pat
looking at
Conkey.
his channel right now, and it feels very much right up my alley.
Give it a go. He's got some great stuff, man. He did
do a video about my church that I'm wondering about.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a good one. I'm just
he goes into it.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes into it. No, he's right up my alley. We're right in alignment on our goals, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to be helping him.
A lot of his content, I'm like, yeah, this guy I agree with.
Well, the thing I like about Pat, and I'll probably be saying this on the show Tuesday, and I've mentioned it here. He's calm and measured and respectful and strong and doesn't bend, but he gets his message across. But it's a very nice vibe that I think can actually move people's opinions better than yelling and screaming. Not that we don't have what am I trying to say? The yelling and screaming is okay, but it only goes so far.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that should be a fun little thing.
Yeah, but what's on your mind tonight, buddy? Ask away, silly, funny, weird. I want to know.
Let's see. Trying to think of something that's not has nothing to do with politics or whatever.
Yeah, silly Saturdays. We all need the break. No politics.
Yeah.
No Star Wars. I don't want to do Star Wars here. No religion.
Yeah, no religion too. It's like we're singing "Imagine" by John Lennon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no. I was wondering, you've had the opportunity on occasion
Yeah.
to run into some celebrities or big names.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you say is maybe one of the highlights of that experience? Like
I
one of
think
the best experiences you've had with a celebrity.
the best of all time for me was Roddy Piper. Not only did
Oh
I get to
yeah.
meet him, I got to work with him both in comedy and in wrestling. And at this time in his life, which unfortunately was towards the last portion of his life, I think I met him in 2010. He passed away 2015. And I saw him off and on for the next couple of years. And other people I know got much closer to with him and everything like that. But I had his phone number. Like I one night I had to make a call to him about some one time. Like just so sweet and quiet and there for other people, and he was so present for other people. And I've told so many stories before, so I won't remix them. That was probably the overall best experience. But any other experience is just it is of people who are already established. Because oddly enough, I've been around this town enough that people I know have become famous, and that's a different kind of jingle jangle. But I think the people who are already established, who I don't know when I meet, it's just whoever is the sweetest, the nicest, and the most normal. And a lot of them are. I told the story before, but I met Magic Johnson at an event. He was coming to the mall, and me and my
Nice.
security team were there, and Magic drove himself. There was 2 black SUVs pulling up, and you're waiting for Magic to get out of the passenger seat. He drove himself. A little thing like that to me indicates of just who they are. And we don't really know these people, and they've lived complicated lives, and who knows what they did to get where they are. There's a lot of things about that. I'm not here for celebrity worship, but that was a little tiny thing. Because I've had the other way. I've had the coddled and egotastic kind of people who aren't even as big as they think they are, who have the teams around them handling everything.
Yeah. No, interesting. Yeah, that must have been an experience with
Yeah, but it's yeah,
but
and it's always like I said, I don't get caught up in celebrity culture that much. But it's fascinating to meet some of these folks, and you have the ones that you meet, like when Dorina took me to Spinal Tap 2 a couple months ago, and I'm standing within 3 feet of Michael McKean and Christopher Guest and Harry Shearer.
nice.
Like that meant a lot to me, and Harry Shearer and I accidentally made eye contact, and it was great. It's just like those people, those have done so many things that are like. So I do like that kind of stuff, but it's also the other side of it, speaking to Paris Hilton and all those kind of things. It's never not a little weird because of the way we treat celebrities, which often is not their fault.
It's true. It's true. I think that the best ones are the most down to earth ones.
Yeah, just the ones who are.
I mean, I've met Katie
calm.
Sackhoff 3 times, and she's like as down to earth as you can get.
Yeah, I mean, I know Katie obviously pretty well from back in the Schmoes days, and we haven't seen each other in a couple of years, and don't talk to her, never talk to her regularly, to be clear, but like working with the Schmoes days, Katie is who Katie appears to be. That's one of the strengths of people like her. And yeah, I love Katie. Katie is everything. Her and her dragon sounds are absolutely my favorites.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, I've had a few good experiences with celebrities.
what are some of the highlight ones? Some of the good ones?
Well, certainly meeting Rod Paulson and Jess Harnell,
Oh, nice.
the voice actors at FanX, and
Generally, it's weird too. Generally, voice actors, it's a real tight knit community,
yeah,
and they're all real down to earth people. Generally speaking, all pretty good. They're, in any group, you're going to have 10% that, but like everyone's the ones that I've interacted with, and a lot of my friends who are now very famous, who are voice actors, like they still are who they were, and that's a great thing.
And James Arnold Taylor's also a great guy. I've gotten to meet him twice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But James has been in my apartment back in the old Force Center interview we did.
Yeah, I
James
remember
is great.
Yeah, but it's really interesting to meet them, and I've never had a not good experience. But there are some that are more reserved than others, and then there are those that are very, very. They're just outgoing and very giving and very friendly and without any ego.
Well, there's some, especially in a lot of the situations. I know you go to a lot of conventions, and that's maybe where a lot of the interactions have. And That's a business transaction to them, but they have the power to make it beyond that and make it memorable for you. And I think that's what you probably experience is those that are there who are maybe not super comfortable with it too. I'm not saying everyone who doesn't make it super memorable is a a-hole. I'm just saying there's those who know how to really make that interaction stand the test of time.
Well, it's funny. There's two kinds. There's the behind the desk people and the in front of the desk people.
That's a great way to put it,
And
Brandon.
the best experiences I've had are with the in front of the desk people.
Right.
Where they're just like hanging out there with the fans, just talking and laughing and
Mm-hmm. Now, when you met
silly.
Joseph and I the first time, we weren't behind a desk, right? We got up. We were. There was a desk away in the
you
behind.
guys were awesome.
I mean, I wouldn't call that a celebrity encounter. That's more of a these guys
Well,
do
and then
things.
you guys and then Alex and Molly, it was great.
They're the worst. I gotta tell you, I got so many bad stories about Alex and
then,
Molly just
Lauren
being
Ro-
so mean to me. Alex and
Lauren
Molly, just the
Romo and
tyrants,
Romo was there.
tyrants. Oh yeah, meeting Romo was. Whew, let me tell you something. Romo immediately shoved Detroit-style pizza in my face. Just
Well,
the worst.
I just can't wait for a year and a half from now, and we can all hang out at Celebration.
Yeah, is that a year and a half now?
Yep. And now we know that the Lucas Museum will be open by then.
Yeah,
And they need to make a field trip.
it's too far. It's too far for me. No, actually, it's pretty close to the convention center. But I'm so cynical about that LA Convention Center. Brady probably hates me. Brady's going to call up and yell at me that the museum is close enough to the convention center.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, there it is.
Right. There it goes. Brennan, thank you for sharing your stories. I really appreciate that. I love your point of view on the table and not table celebrities.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You should make a list, Brennan. Just start making a list from the past and make a list going forward of in front of table, behind table.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And a few of them were from Deep Space Nine, by the way.
Do I what on what's going on with Deep Space Nine?
A few of them, the front of the desk, were Deep Space Nine actors.
Oh, that's not going to get me to watch the series, though. That's not going to.
Oh, come on now.
No, I owe the pilot. I have to watch the pilot. Goddamn fantasy football. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll keep putting the pressure on that one.
Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Brendan, for calling in. I appreciate it, buddy.
You're welcome. Talk to you later.
All right, Brendan Miskamar. I love that. The convention circuit is fantastic. It's some are just there to make the buck, but most, I'd say most, probably put in the effort there. All right, if I can get two callers, I'll do another. I know this. I have some set aside for movies, but I don't know if anyone wants to call in tonight. It's kind of one of the quieter nights, which is good, which is okay. We only had one commenter to remove. Laserbolt asks a great question. Laserbolt of Laserbolt videos. Check out his Friday night flights. I still, every once in a while, I lurk. I don't. Sometimes Laserbolt doesn't even know I'm there. I'll swing through. I'll just put on the background when I'm getting some work done on Friday night because I work all nights, and it's very relaxing. Laserbolt asks, speaking of Rowdy Piper, what did wrestlers think about Andy Kaufman? I think, in general, I think they loved what he did. Jerry Lawler certainly loved what he did. I think at the time, in the early 80s, when Kaufman was starting the wrestling stuff out, I mean, Kaufman was one of the biggest stars in the world. He was always, at that time, he was always, I loved Andy Kaufman. He definitely pushed boundaries, both in good and bad ways. Some of the stuff about him and his act might not stand the test of time, but I think he was one of the most courageous performers ever, and he influenced me early on in my career with some of the other stuff. I'm not as courageous as I used to be, I guess. But in terms of wrestling, when he started working with Lawler and the territory out there in Memphis, wrestling didn't have that national coverage. It was still this thing in the background. It was still this carny stuff, and wrestling is always going to be carny to its core. But it was Kaufman got it, and he showed the ultimate kind of respect to the business, and that's why Lawler loved working with him and always thought highly of him. And why Lawler kept the kayfabe of it going, I think up until around the time of Man on the Moon. I think we all kind of figured, I mean, there's people that know, but, growing up a wrestling fan, like, people really figured that it was a work, but you kind of didn't know they blew it the way they played it out so far. And Lawler held to it. And so Lawler would never move off that thing being a shoot. So until the movie was coming out, and he was in the movie, and it was revealed in the movie, which I like that scene in the movie. I think in the end of the day, a lot of people have respect for Andy Kaufman. I actually have a Kaufman 6-inch like Black Series kind of version of him in his wrestling gear. So there we go. Laserbolt says, I feel like Kaufman was a huge wrestling fan, and making a lot of it was his way of being part of it. Yeah, absolutely. But beyond that, it was one of the greatest angles of all time. I still think it's one of the greatest angles of all time. He got being a heel, and he loved challenging audiences in that way. Like I said, I don't think everything in Kaufman's life or act would stand up under a microscope nowadays. But I think if you understand what he was trying to do, not even just the context of the time, but just really, truly understand who he was, which he didn't even truly understand who he was. I think you get what he was doing and what he was trying to do. I think he worked. I think his best stuff was in wrestling, actually. So there you go. Is this the ice cream Andy Kaufman? Brady says, I don't even know what you're talking about. Don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, so we are going to have a round of, I know this. The category will be movies, and we're going to have Evan versus Ethan. It's going to get confusing in a second. So we're going to do that in a second here. I don't have Jared the Tide Pilot's not here. I like Jared in the spoiler role, just always being there to steal if the folks can't do it. Mr. McClunky says, Kaufman on Letterman. That's what I remember. Oh my. Yeah. Back then, you could pull that stuff off easier. Just a fake fight on a talk show and all that stuff, and Kaufman committing to it, and Lawler just smacking the shit out of him. I think it really, really, really works. So there we go. Andy Garcia, that's the ice cream. All right. Okay, let's do this. Evan and Ethan. Ethan and Evan. Ethan, welcome to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you, Ken?
You know what? I'm having a good night. I'm happy you're all here. I'm sipping. I'm trying not to get eggnog on my mustache, and that's a win. It's a win. Yeah. And I get to host a comedy show later tonight for money. You can't lose.
Hey, no, can't complain too much.
Okay, but here, before I bring in, Evan is in here. Evan, hi, how are you doing? Welcome back to the show.
Let's do it.
Okay. First, I have a question. I have a question for Ethan first here. Ethan, what are your favorite happy songs? What are your favorite happy songs? You don't like me not liking happy songs.
Okay. Let's see. I like "Hold My Hand," the Hootie and the Blowfish. That's okay too. I
don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Okay. Love song.
Good. Let's see. I'm a Journey guy, so "Don't Stop Believing" and go around there. "Be Good to Yourself" actually is the other one from them that if I'm feeling down, I throw on that one.
Throw on that one. Okay, I think Makuga would agree.
Yeah. Well, Makuga's a smart guy.
Well, that's a strong statement. Matty Gunner says I love happy songs.
We'll say that.
Yeah, actually, he does not. He has horrible taste in music, but not Journey. I love Journey. All right. We're gonna have Ethan. We're gonna have Evan.
They're finally retiring. Actually,
Yes, they are.
Anyway, continue.
Brady, I'm gonna bring in Brady. Brady, are you there, buddy?
Hello.
Hello. Are you there?
I am here. I hope not. I'm not in a wind tunnel again.
No, you sound wonderful. Do you want to try to be the third that steals points?
Sure.
Okay. All right. We're set up. We're gonna do this. It's another round of the game show that is sweeping the nation. It will be one day. I know this. 5 questions, gentlemen. 5 questions in the category of movies. I'm going to give you the year in which the movie was released, and I'm going to slowly, measured, calmly name 5 cast members in the movie from maybe least to most, though that is loose. Your buzzer is your name. So, Ethan, if you want to buzz in, you're going to say?
Ethan.
Evan, if you're going to buzz in, you're going to say?
Ken. No, I'm just kidding. Evan.
Okay, you're out. You're fired. And then wait on me to call you. That's key. Wait a me to call you, and then you can answer. If you're wrong, I will go to the opponent. If the opponent is wrong, Brady, you get to steal, okay?
All right.
First to 3. I got 5 in a tiebreaker. All right. Are you ready, Ethan?
Yes.
Are you ready, Evan?
I'm ready. Good luck, Ethan.
All right. Here we go.
Good luck.
There is no prize other than pride. First question, category movies. Released in 2008. Terrence Howard. Gwyneth
Evan.
Paltrow. Evan.
Iron Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Point right there. Point right there for Evan. What was it? You just felt it? You just went, you were there.
I was
I was there.
this close.
Ethan,
Yeah.
I heard Ethan kind of start making that move because I can't see you
I was
all right
about
now.
to make that move.
You're about to make that move. Actually, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should bring it up on the other dock because I can't see the screen right now. And then if this is why we need a producer, Steve, to kind of keep us all in line here. All right. There we go.
What's
Now
he
I can
doing tonight? The
He's forsaken
slacker.
us.
Goddamn, I gotta say, producer Steve, raising families and all this shit. I don't know what he's talking. And then he doesn't like the Lord of the Rings extended edition. Oh my god, I got so many problems with him. All right, all right. Question two. Evan's up 1-0. Released in 1995. Dan Aykroyd, Bo Derek, Brian Dennehy, David Spade.
Ethan. Tommy Boy.
We're tied up. We are tied up at 1. Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one. I thought, it gets more obvious as it goes on, which is the thing. But the Dan Aykroyd at 95, those numbers, the year and the actor don't really mix sometimes. All right. That is wonderful. We're tied up at 1. Evan, were you feeling it? Were you like a little behind?
I was feeling that I thought Tommy Boy, then I thought it was 94, not 95.
Okay.
So.
All right. This is the only game show where I get to interview the people like it's a podcast. All right. Question 3. We're tied up at 1. First to 3. 1987. Released in 1987. Shane Black. Bill Duke. Jesse Ventura. Carl Weathers.
Evan, Predator.
All right. He jumped in there. Yes, you did. You got it. Once it got to Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think okay. 2-1, Evan.
Jeez Louise.
All right, so Ethan, you're on the chopping block here.
Right.
Addie says she's driving, but she wishes she was playing. But I'm glad she didn't call in while driving because Detective McCarcel scared all of the Force Center audience yesterday calling in while driving. There was a lot of fear going on in that one there, and I even heard about it.
At least when I do it, it's in my ear, and I'm at 10 at 2. He was like moving the phone around and like, dude, what are you doing?
I've called in from the fire truck before. It's not a big
Well,
deal.
the fire truck is different because you're not driving the hook and ladder, right? Are you in the back? Are you ever on the back?
No. We don't have a. No,
You don't have a ladder?
that.
Okay.
No, we do have a ladder, but it's not like a double like that. Yeah.
Oh, those are cool. That'd be the job I'd want. I'd crash every time, but I would want to be on that one there. Okay. All right. It is 2-1. Evan. Ethan needs this one. Brady has not had a chance to steal. Question 4. Released in 2023. Ariana Greenblatt. Will Ferrell. America Ferrera. Ethan.
Barbie.
We are tied up, everybody. I think this is our first going to 5th question game. You got it. Absolutely. Great pull.
Nice.
All right. It's been a great game. 2-2. Evan versus Ethan. I'm telling you, folks. Oh, I know this is going to sweep the nation. Question 5. Released in 1967. Murray Hamilton. William Daniels. Catherine Ross. Anne Bancroft. Dustin Hoffman.
Evan. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That is incorrect. Ethan, I'll read the names again, and you have a chance to get this point for the win. Released in 1967.
Okay.
Murray Hamilton, William Daniels, Catherine Ross, Anne Bancroft, Dustin Hoffman. Don't look at the chat.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, the name of the movie is escaping me. I can think of the song.
15 seconds. Okay.
Crud. What is it called?
10 seconds.
Um,
Gonna give you 5.
the name
Ethan
of the movie is escaping me. It's gone.
All right. Brady. Brady, you
Go
can
for it,
steal
Brady.
here. You can get a point.
Hello.
1967. Are you
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Is this The Graduate?
Brady gets a
Thank
point.
you.
Brady's
Oh,
on the
God.
board. Brady's on the
That's
board.
it. I'm like,
I
I keep like Mrs. Robinson.
You were right there.
Dang it, that's not
You-
the name of the movie.
You were
I'm
singing
sick
along.
right
You were
now.
do. I heard you. I heard your brain going. All right. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. We got a tiebreaker, but here's the problem. If Brady ends up getting the steal on this one, then I'll need to quickly create another question. So, I should have done 2. All right. Tiebreaker. It's still Evan versus Ethan first. It's 2-2. Brady in the hopper. And yeah. Don't post the answer in the chat yet, everybody. I don't think Evan and Ethan are cheaters. I do not. But let's wait for the
It's not
question to
pulled
be
up.
answered.
I don't have it. I swear.
I trust you, Ethan. You're good. And tell you what, even if you did saw it and you pretended to miss the answer, that makes me love you even more, Ethan. That means you got integrity. Okay, Evan, we're not sure of. He says he's a fireman. I don't know. We've never seen proof. All right. Here we go. All right. Final question. Released in 1989. Stephen Ford, Bruno Kirby, Carrie Fisher, Meg Ryan,
Ethan.
Ethan.
When Harry Met Sally.
We've got ourselves a winner. It went to overtime, but Ethan takes the win here, 3-2 to 1. Evan, you were almost there. I felt it.
Well
not
played.
my genre. Not my genre. Good job.
Not your genre? Okay. We'll add more. I'll do backdraft next time. That would have been cheating. Ethan is the winner. You get 15 seconds to state your claim and speak about what you want here. You're the big winner. Take it away.
Any parent that lets Blippi in their household is a terrible parent.
Evan, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to respond. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to respond. Yeah.
Can I swear?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go fuck yourself.
The Blippi wars have begun. Absolutely. Absolutely. Evan,
right.
Ethan,
That was fun.
That was, I'll tell you what, this is round 3 of the game. The first, we're doing TV shows, bands, movies, other topics. There's a lot of possible topics, but this is the one that kind of crystallized it in my mind of what we got going on here. So I really appreciate you both being part of this round. Okay.
Thanks, Ken.
Yep. Thank
All
you,
right.
Ken.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Ethan. Brady. I'm not kicking you yet here. Okay. I want to know how you doing and how's your silly Saturday going?
Well, I'm in LA too, and it's been raining.
Yes, it has. Has it been raining nonstop where you're at? How you doing with it?
Yes, nonstop. And I'm not. This is not like the light rain. This is actual heavy rain.
It's been. Look, we go through this every time we have a weather conversation on the show. Everyone else in the world makes fun of us, Los Angelinos. But this is some serious stuff. This is some serious rain all day. Though my squirrels, at one point today, all 6 squirrels were out today, huddling under the table and umbrella. So it was adorable.
Oh,
But the peanut life goes on for those squirrels.
that's adorable.
There you
I've
go.
always wondered where squirrels go.
So squirrels have like they build like little nests high up in the trees to avoid predators. And there is a company called Squirrel Boxes that builds squirrel boxes that you can put little cameras in them. It's adorable. Follow on Instagram. I really do love the channel. I can't get up to put one high enough to where it makes any sense. So, you know what I mean?
Wait,
But
there's
that's
a
where they go.
company that does this?
Yeah, well, it's like some people on Instagram. So it's called Squirrel Boxes, maybe Squirrel_Boxes. You can give them a follow, and they have cameras set up in the boxes, and they have a little family of squirrels. There's one named Emma, and you kind of follow her, and you get to see them napping and wrestling, and then occasionally there's some drama, like a raccoon hand will come in at night and try to get them. It's. I wish I saw that channel, and I was like, my dreams of launching Ken's Critters went out the window because I was like, I can't keep up with that. I just have little videos of squirrels taking peanuts from my hand. Like they got a whole story. They got drama. I don't got that. All right, Brady. Lazy Bolt says I'd watch squirrel boxing. Lazy Bolt, that's going to be the sub channel to Forest Meats. What's on your mind, Brady? You get to ask me a question.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, what's your favorite rain day activity?
My favorite rain day activity is truly playing in the rain. I love I love walking around in the rain. That's what I did today. There was one day, I'll tell you an old man story, Brady. There was one day during Christmas, like holiday break, winter break, as I think they call it now. But back in my day, they called it Christmas break because we weren't going to let the pagans win. So I had 2 weeks off, and my mom was the church secretary. And so I had to go hang out there all day, and it was raining, pouring. But I still went out with my little Nerf football. I had a Nerf football that was pink and black. Hey, look at these colors. And there was like a tree and a light pole, and I made that my uprights. And I had a tee, and I just, alone in the rain, kicked field goals for like hours. I was soaked. I had Vans on. I took my sock off to kick barefoot. And I just pretended to be an NFL kicker winning games for like 3 hours. I was a simple kid. But that's the kind of stuff. When I think of rain, that's what I love to do. When I was the security director of the farmer's market and it would pour down and start pouring rain, most of the time I was in my office doing reports or surfing the internet because I didn't want to go out of my office. When the rain would come, I'd grab a big rain jacket and I'd go on the roof and I'd say I was looking for leaks or flooding, and I was really just playing in the rain as the security director. So I don't know. That's what I like to do. I like to play to the rain.
I mean, I don't blame you. I like going to the farmer's market when it's raining. It's a vibe.
On the one on 3rd and Fairfax?
Yeah. Like the
Brady.
Los Angeles farmer's market, right?
Yeah. The original Los Angeles farmer's market.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Brady. One of these days, Brady, you, me, and Tiller will meet up there. We'll get a coffee and a breakfast at the farmer's market, 3rd and Fairfax. One of my favorite spots. Worked there for 4 years. Part of my soul's still there. I love it.
Yeah. And then get a donut. What do you think of the donuts there?
Bob Tisquella's Donuts. There's the buttermilk cake donut, buttermilk glazed cake donut. My favorite donut in the world. It's so good.
Cake.
Yep.
Oh, I'm trying that next time.
Ask for it. Yeah, go there and go, hey, do you have a buttermilk glazed? And they should be able to accommodate you there. And then if you go to the coffee corner across the way, that's owned by my former girlfriend's mom, who that's where I met my former girlfriend. She served me coffee every day. And then one day when my friend said she wants to do things to you, and we were together for 4 years. So there you go. A lot of history there, Brady.
Wow. Well, what a connection. I've been going there for a long time.
Yeah, all there. I can tell you stories. That's where I met Paris Hilton. Right there.
Right, yeah.
Bottom of those stairs by the barbecue spot. A lot of old man stories to tell you there. All right, Brady, thanks for calling in. Stay dry out there, okay?
Yeah. Wow, imagine just playing in the rain.
I'm gonna go work out after this episode and then run over to the comedy show. I'm gonna walk in the rain with a smile on my face, stamping in puddles.
Love it.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Brady.
Thank you.
Go Dodgers. All right. Cut him off. That Dodger fan's not going to speak on this channel anymore. All right. She's not driving. I can guarantee. I can see right now that she is not driving. Dr. Addie is here, our resident professor of smart things. She taught us about magnets on Thursday. Go back and check that episode out. And I will say, Addie, after the episode, that is when I saw Trump's comments about magnets, and now I get it even more.
Okay. Yeah. The intro made me think you had no idea what Steve and I were talking about.
I had no idea. I thought you guys were talking about Insane Clown Posse. I had no idea you were talking about Trump going, we don't know how magnets work. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Now I get it.
That was
Touche.
definitely the story.
Touche. All right. What is on your mind? We got a couple more minutes here in Silly Saturdays. I'm glad you made it. Well, first of all, I got a question for you. What was the dinner? What did you have? Who was there? We want gossip. We want the dish.
So I went and saw a play today in Boston.
Oh. Ooh.
And so we were driving back and we stopped. We were going to go to BJ's, which is a restaurant, like a chain restaurant.
BJ's Brew House, brewery, or whatever it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the wait was going to be 45 minutes and we were hungry.
Not worth it.
So we went to a pizza place.
Good choice.
And I had a deep dish cheese and tomato pizza.
Love that. I like the simplicity. Ken Plum gives me a lot of shit about a lot of things, but one of them, he gives me and Hal Lublin shit because we both like to order just cheese pizzas a lot. You're describing something that's just wonderfully direct, and I appreciate that. I respect that choice.
Yeah. No, I'm a fan of a good cheese pizza.
It's just to the point. It's not as busy. It's what I'm there
And
for.
who doesn't like cheese on bread?
Cheese on bread. Now, and I want to be clear. I like a supreme pizza. I like barbecue chicken pizza. I can go wild on my pizza, but I just every once in a while, I just want something simple.
Just want a cheese pizza.
All right. Okay. You did good. You did good. So I'll
Thank
play.
you.
That's
Thank
and
you.
are you in? I'm not understanding. You're in Boston?
I was in Boston and I'm home now.
Oh, okay.
I was in Boston for most of the day.
Interesting. Okay. Would you wait a minute? Okay. I'm not okay. You didn't hang out with Jared the Tie Pilot, right? You stayed away
No.
from that
No.
rapscallion. Okay.
No.
That's good. Okay. That's good.
I hung out with them all last night watching The Lord of the Rings. Come on.
I did. I saw some of that. I checked in. I watched you all.
But you missed the probably the silliest part of the broadcast, which is when Steve made me do my Smeagol voice.
Well, we can't keep that just for Blathering Gaming. Please do your Smeagol voice.
Why does it cry, Smeagol?
That's good. I like that. It sounds so freaky. Love that. Love
We
that.
decided sometimes it became either Patrick Mahomes or Kermit the Frog, but
Yeah, that's it's like me in a British accent. I go to all the parts of the UK with my accent, so it's a journey.
Well,
this is a great advertisement for the Blathering Game channel, by the way.
as I pointed out last night, there's a pitch problem here because my voice is not as deep as Andy Serkis's.
That's true. That's true. Love it. I absolutely love it. All right. You Silly Saturday. You get to have the final question of the night. Where are we going?
What has been your favorite documentary that you have watched recently? I know you're looking forward to one tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, the American Revolution. And I confirmed that it's narrated by Peter Coyote, who, next to John Chancellor, is the best narration guy for docs. Man, this is a tough fucking question. My favorite documentary experience. I mean,
Recently.
it'd have to be the Turning Point, the bomb in the Cold War. I mean, that's why I do a joke about it. Like, I've watched that twice, and I almost watched it again the other day. Like, I almost was like, let's just put this on again. At least maybe to highlight some of my favorite episodes. Yeah, no, I'd say that one. That one recently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But because I didn't watch it when it first came out. Within the last year, I watched the Ken Burns Vietnam doc, which shook me to my core. That one was transformative. That one was powerful. And I rewatched the first episode almost after I finished I think it's like 10 parts. And I restarted the first one just because there's this intro they do. There's this intro they do with again, Peter Coyote. That is, it's heartbreaking when we're setting it up for the war and what's to come. And God, I love it. Anyways, I'll probably watch it tonight. Who am I kidding? Oh my kidding. Yeah, go ahead.
I agree with you. I haven't seen the Ken Burns one, but the Turning Point Vietnam documentary did something to me. I I went because I feel like that one in particular had a lot of stories that like I had never heard before.
Yes.
Um,
They are a
and
wonderful companion piece. They work so well together.
and I distinctly remember I saw my mom not too long after I saw it, and she finally had to tell me to stop talking about it. 'Cause she was like, I lived through it. You're not telling me anything. Like,
But yeah,
I
and
was there.
The thing, and this is, I want to be clear, not disputing what your mom said, but I am trying to unlock, outside of just me making the jokes about being a white, straight, middle-aged male who likes war docs and stuff. And I make those jokes too, so I don't have a problem with the jokes. But I'm trying to figure out what is driving me into this obsession, this history obsession. What is it? It's more than just cliche for me. And it's kind of what you described, where I'm like, not to your mother, but to other people, like, yeah, I lived it. Like, but do you understand it? And I think so much of our history got glossed over or sugar-coated. And Ken Burns has talked about in interviews of like the story of the American Revolution has its own kind of lore, and it's a kind of cleaned up lore. Right. And that is why I love these docs.
Right. No, and I think that's part of it is like, you know, there's something about the perspective that, like, those turning point docs in particular are very good at giving both sides of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And like, sure, you lived through the Vietnam War, but they weren't interviewing women who worked for the Viet Cong on the 6 o'clock news.
Right. Well, the fact that Ken Burns' team, and they're not the first to do it, won't be the last, and I think the Turning Point one does well, but the fact that Ken Burns, by the way, do you see how excited I'm getting? We're talking about docs, and I'm just like, my energy stuff. The Ken Burns team interviewing people from North Vietnam or the Viet Cong and in their uniforms and talking about their, like, fascinating stuff. You learn so much, and that is what I love about what docs do, and specifically what Ken Burns does, which is, as political as he is, and his stories do come out political, but he will tell you over and over again. I was watching 3 this morning. We have no politics in our docs. We tell the stories, right. and not expose, but just like address what's there. And I just love that. And his thoughts on, George Washington was these great things, but he was these bad things. And we need all of it. We need as people to hear all of it. It's so valuable.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the not, like, for so long the mantra is, well, history is written by the victor. Right. Whoever wins gets to tell the story of how they won. And what I like about these well-made docs, not all docs are created equal, but a well-made doc is that it's not just written by the victor. It's written by everybody. Everybody has a story to tell.
Yeah.
To get a complete picture of what happened. And I think for me, my compulsion with it, especially recently, because I've not always been a documentary person, was, or maybe I have been, I always liked watching the behind the scenes featurettes on DVDs, but I think it's just that with the things we have had happen in the last 10, 15 years, like I want a better perspective on history to have a better perspective on what's happening now. Yeah.
Without it doesn't need to be direct. And it just, I was watching him and Katie Couric today, and there was a moment where, she even said, like, it is sometimes, and it's easy for her to say in her privileged life, which she would probably agree with, but easy for her to say this, but she was like, there's a little bit of, it makes me feel more hopeful. The fact that history just continues in one straight line. It rhymes. It doesn't repeat. It just keeps playing out, like we have talked here in this show. And that, like Ken Burns talking about the American Revolution, the Revolutionary War actually also being a civil war. That it wasn't all of us against the Brits. That it is literally brothers fighting each other. That there were loyalists. That some free blacks fought for the British, and some fought for us. Native Americans fought for them. They fought for us. And that's some of the stuff we might have known. But like he's like, that's part of our story. And you don't hear that angle on it as much, and I'm excited about it. And they're none of them are perfect. I think his Civil War doc is spectacular, but we've since learned more about Shelby Foote, and it gives too much energy to the Lost Cause mythology. And I think if Burns was to look at it, he might even reduce some of the stuff, which he says some of the stuff. Sometimes he stays up at night about the stuff they may have gotten wrong. So I think that's all part of it too. But anyways, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, Addie.
I can tell. Where is this going to live? Where can we watch it?
PBS. Yeah, you got to sign up for PBS, or it will be free on PBS while it still exists. Like, I think I have YouTube TV. I have YouTube TV Live right now. So I think maybe it's on there. I don't know, but it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna pay for any service. I'm gonna use a credit card if I need to watch for the next 6 nights.
Honestly, I feel like the PBS service is one of the most reasonably priced.
Good. I'm gonna keep it, and I'll cut Peacock after the football.
No, I'm just saying, like, if I remember correctly, PBS is not that expensive.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out tomorrow. It's a big day for me tomorrow. And Svetnik Ethan asked, "What time does it air?" I actually don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Sometime tomorrow. Big day for me tomorrow.
Honestly, it probably depends on your PBS station. All PBS stations don't broadcast on the same schedule. I used to have that problem when I watched Downton Abbey on PBS.
Oh yeah, that's my next. I'm almost through Gilded Age season 1. That's good. All right.
You're gonna have so much fun with that show, Ken. It's so good, but it's also the problems that they have are so like.
Love it. Yeah, Mark Ellis.
Only rich people have.
Mark Ellis has been chomping at the bit, or champing at the bit is the actual correct way to say it. Waiting for me to start this series. So I'm excited.
I want a full report. I love Downton Abbey.
I will. You guys will hear it. It'll become part of my personality. I have to wake up early tomorrow. I have to watch the Miami Dolphins game from Spain. I will be up 6:30 and then take a nap and then watch the doc in the evening. It's going to be a big day. Addie, thanks for calling in. Thanks for getting home safe. And
of course.
We'll see you Monday. I'm choking on eggnog. All right. Bye-bye, Addie.
Bye-bye.
All right. I think that's time for me to go. Thank you all for coming in here. Producer Steve showed up. Steve, are you doing a stream later? Just nod yes or no, or stamp your hoof if you guys are doing a stream. And it is fun. We talk about it. It can be a little inside baseball over here, I know, but for those who are not sure, we're talking about the Blathering gaming channel, and they're in the middle of a Lord of the Rings rewatch. Steve plays this game that he swears has no sex scenes in it. I don't know. It's like a role-playing video game, Lord of the Rings. I kid. And then everyone syncs up Lord of the Rings, and they watch it, and they all talk, and they hang out, and it's a lot of fun. So if you want to join that, be part of it, you just got to go over to Blathering Gaming, subscribe, and watch over there. We'll be back Monday, a new episode of Monday Morning Show. Don't forget, Wednesday on the Patreon page, exclusive to the Patreon page, we'll be live at 5 p.m. Pacific for the Young Guns 2 watch-along. Speaking of history, this movie's surprisingly accurate. You wouldn't think it plays loose, yeah, but surprisingly accurate. Young Guns 2, one of my favorite films of all time. We're going to watch it. All right? You guys good? Stamp your hoof. Stamp your hoof. Count 2 for yes, Steve. 1 for no if you're streaming later. Ding, ding, ding. That's what I need. Did I just call Steve a horse? Maybe. So thanks for supporting the Patreon page. Thanks for everyone stopping by tonight, including the troll who said dirty things, but they were kind of funny anyways. Bye-bye, says Brady. Go Dodgers. We'll see you all. I got to go host a comedy show at Flappers. Bye-bye.